Joining me now is Rina Shah. She heads a political consulting firm, Relax Strategies, has also worked on Capitol Hill as a congressional staff member. Rina, welcome to the program. Let's begin with Liz Cheney's loss. Unthinkable just a few years ago, but not all that surprising at this point. Perhaps what is surprising is how badly she lost. How much of a victory is this for the Republicans?
Well, the transformation of the Republican Party is complete. It is Trump's party. And yes, he's no longer in the Oval Office. But this shows you right here that not just the Republican base, but Republicans writ large are done with the Republican establishment. The Cheney name stands for that. And there seems to be an even deeper hatred of it today than there was 4 or 5 years ago. So again, like I said, the transformation is complete. This is Trump's party. It's his to lose. Just when you thought he's losing influence and that his influence was waning in any such way, this shows you that it is very, very firm, that grip he has on the party.
What does it say about Republican voters in Wyoming who voted for this Trump-backed opponent?
Well, it says that they bought in to the lies and the disinformation that was put out about Liz Cheney. I've heard such ludicrous claims, such as Liz Cheney's husband having ties to Hunter Biden. When this kind of stuff is coming at voters, they don't know what to think. Already there was a sentiment that Liz Cheney doesn't reflect the will of the voters of Wyoming, that she was somebody who almost sort of carpetbagged, the term is carpetbagger for those who move to a place to try to win election from that place. She's lived in the suburbs of Washington, D.C. for a very long time. I think that got around. But more than those things are sort of natural things that people lean on when somebody loses. It's okay, they weren't really popular at home for such and such reason. This right here is so different in every way. This is a woman who stood up and showed out in a way that no other Republican in Congress has been willing to do. She stood up to the one-time leader of the free world, and she has pushed back on him with investigations, with facts. And I must add here, she's done it with dignity, class, and grace, because not once has she used a bad name for him. She's not name-called anybody else, nor has she made small sort of faces or immature type of juvenile gestures about anybody. She has done what she's done in a manner that I think should be commended. So regardless of what Wyoming voters think of her, she still is a winner for how she conducted herself throughout this entire primary fight.
She says she's thinking about a presidential run. Could she be a serious contender in 2024? And Rima, really, how much support does she have in the Republican base? And what is next for her?
Well, America definitely has not heard the last of Liz Cheney, nor should it. I think a leader like her is needed in these times. You know, it's been said many times, the ideal voter in a democracy votes not along party lines, but on the issues. She is somebody that put country above party time and time again, despite being a very conservative member of Congress, somebody whose voting record aligns with so many of her colleagues. She's sort of been that atypical never Trumper in that way, because her credentials are so solid, not because of her last name, but because of her voting record. So it leaves one to think that, look, this might be somebody that if a campaign is run right, this might be somebody that could topple Trump in a Republican presidential primary. I do not think that's the case. I think she can stop him from achieving a win for the Oval Office again if she tries. There are unique ways to do it. It can be done from outside of Congress, as many people know. So losing her seat doesn't mean that she can't fight back and be victorious in denying Trump the White House again. But I do think that mounting a presidential run now would be premature. I think she has to leave that door open for now, though, because there are a great many supporters of her and her family still out there in the Republican Party.
I got to quickly get to Alaska. Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski and former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin surviving primary battles. How is this going to play out in midterm elections?
Well, look, anyone's guess is as good as mine here, because this is a fight in Alaska that, again, sort of signals that never Trump, that hold on the party. Is it really firm in any way? Absolutely not. And Lisa Murkowski has bucked, sort of the falling in line of the Republican Senate many times, and she has taken tough votes. So she's not unlike Liz Cheney in many ways. I think we have to hurry up and wait on this one, because Sarah Palin, though she was a known public figure for so long, she didn't quite leave the limelight, but she faded away for some time. She's come back into view because she remained going to the Conservative Political Action Conference, for example. She still has this grassroots activist base that has this love for her. Does she fit in now, though? That's the question. My sense is that if she says the right things, embraces Trump, embraces the policy of the Make America Great Again movement, then she could have a real shot here. And Murkowski, look, I think she's a fine member of the Senate, but her record could be dicey and leave her on the chopping board.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Interesting conversation. Rina Shah, thank you.